How is everyone today? Well, we are less than 24 hours from my 22nd birthday, but I thought I would take a break from writing to make this video. In this snorting pipe, aptly titled The King, not by me, but by Nording, I'm smoking my blend of choice, Holmes, the House of Lords. And I'll tell you why. It was actually Alex the Pipe Prof who bought the House of Lords. And he was smoking it in one of the videos. And I remember him just saying all these accolades about it. So I thought, I'll give it a try. Hooked. Absolutely hooked onto the stuff. Very fittingly, when I smoke this, I think of Beethoven's Pastoral from his 6th Symphony because of the title. Distinctive Virginias balanced by Turkish and plenty of woodsy Latakia. Reward with a rich taste, a bright bouquet in voluminous smoke clouds. And I mean to tell you, when you smoke this, and you smell the aroma, it's honestly like you're outside, in the woods. But, how it got its name, the House of Lords, I'm not too certain. House of Lords is a part of Parliament in the United Kingdom. Something of which I don't think most Americans would know. And if you do, kudos to you. You know more than half the American population. No, but I've been just writing some poetry. This contest, the 48-page poetry contest hosted by the University of Akron. So far I'm on page 6. I'm thinking about writing about, well, I am writing about the United Kingdom, but it seems I'm going to have to do more than what I originally had expected to do. It starts out with this lone piper standing on a hill overlooking the scenic views of the pastures and forests and small country hamlets and belfries that poke from the treetops. And he's playing a song at evening to announce that eventide has descended. And he thinks as he's playing, do the people know what this song actually is about? It's fallen deaf upon their ears, and do they know exactly why I play this song? And so he starts recalling what probably will be the entire history of England. and of the United Kingdom and the Empire and the Commonwealth. And in the coat of arms, I'm not too certain if many people know this, but in the coat of arms of the United Kingdom, there is a lion and a unicorn. And I wanted to tell the story of the lion. And how before the lion came, the United Kingdom was a dark, desolate place full of sinister creatures, and then when the lion came, all the creatures descended into the earth. Vowing to return when the lion would go away. Well, the lion has never went away. It's always been there, so those creatures can never come back. And he's crowned with a wreath, which is great imagery and symbolism, because I use the flowers and the I don't want to say plants, but he's crowned with the wreath of those flowers and plants, and that becomes the crown of the United Kingdom. And then I'll go into the recounting of the Danes and the Anglos and the Saxons and so on and so forth. I'm sure it's going to be a very good piece, but whether or not it will be 48 pages or not, and whether I will accomplish my task on time, that's yet to be seen. But I'm hopeful. But in the end, you start out with the song played by the lone piper on this hill, and at the end of the poem, you will also end with the song of the lone piper upon the hill. And it's the song of remembrance of all those who have fought and died for the sake and justifiable cause of Britain. So, I think it'll be a good work, marvelous work. One of my crowning achievements, if I get it done. Now, I doubt very much that I'll be able to finish it before my 22nd birthday. That's not the goal. The goal is to finish it before the 15th of June, so I can turn it in. And if it's not the winning piece, I'm sure that there's something I can still do about it. Or do with it, I should say. Not do anything about the competition. You can't do that. You can't rig a competition. At least you shouldn't. I think what makes this a little bit easier is it's all free verse. And it's not it's not structured in any way. It would be like if someone were just naturally speaking. Much like the poetry of Walt Whitman. If you're familiar with that, then you know exactly what I'm speaking of. And that was Beethoven's Sixth Symphony, the Pastoral. And a very favourite piece of mine. So no, I thought I would make this video and gather my thoughts, and I've been procrastinating more than I've been writing. Clearly that says something considering I only have 6 pages. But I think that's, as a writer, I've written 4 books so far. Only one's been published. I've written a short story and I've submitted it to the William Faulkner Society, and that will be judged, and if I win, I win. If I don't, that's fine too. I always have next year. But as a writer, you long and you yearn to say certain things, and you want to say them in such a way that you want to say them in such a way that it just rolls off the tongue and flows. And when people read it, you want them to get that sense of smoothness, the transition, the sense of rhythm and music that your words can actually make. You don't want it to be choppy and the cat went on the hill. The hill is very big. You don't want it to be simple. You want it to be embellished and have symbolism and meaning behind it, so that when you actually think about it, if you think about it, it has a deeper meaning to it. But if you don't think about it, an average person like you or I can just read it and still understand what the poet is saying. And that's what I strive to do, both levels of the spectrum. But with poetry, it's a little bit more complicated than I originally thought. Many people think that most poetry rhymes, and there's a meter, and there's this, and there's that. Well, poetry is 50% meaning, 40% meter, and 10%, I want to either say symbolism or personification. And at least that's what I was taught. That's something that's always been up here. So whether or not I'll be able to come about the work satisfactory is yet to be seen. But by the time that either this video uploads, it will be evening or late at night. And it might already be my 22nd birthday. So if I do not get to speak to you on my birthday, I would like to thank each and every single one of you out there for the constant support, for the undying companionship and friendship that each of you has shown throughout the years. I have been on the YouTube pipe smoking community for about a year or so now, and the friendship and kinship that I have experienced is unbounded and unmentionable to that I have found in everyday life of this world. Here on this community we have great minds, great thinkers, great talkers. And notice how I said talkers, not speakers. Some people can just come upon this community and talk and talk and talk. It's nothing, and they take us into their daily routines, and it's absolutely wonderful because there's not one YouTuber out there who is similar to another. And I think that's what makes this community unique. There is no other like it, nor do I think that there will be anything as similar to it. But above all, I wish to thank every subscriber out there, every person who watches my videos and seems to get something through it, who comments, who likes, who subscribes, who just takes something away and adds something into their videos. Because that means that I'm connecting with every single one of you. And that's the point that is to be made in our hobby, to make a connection. So thank you. It's very much appreciated. More so than I can even put to words. So I've taken up 16, 17 minutes of your time already, and I will let you get upon your day. But before I let you go, smoke and be happy, and enjoy yourselves, because that is what life is all about.